no word on the firefighter's injuries. Again, the firefighter found and rushed here to the hospital. We'll, of course, monitor the situation and bring you the very latest. Reporting live in Oak Lawn, Diane, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
But following another under the age of 18.
A Southside church is calling for justice after the murder of one of their most active members, a 19-year-old college student. Eyewitness News. President Obama heads to the Pentagon today. It is for a rare meeting outside the White House with his National Security Council. Afterwards, he will give a public update on the fight against ISIS.
Large hoverboards overnight.
We are the only ones enjoying a burst of spring weather. Washington, D.C., take a look at that. Temperatures are so mild that some of the cherry blossoms have bloomed again. The National Park Service says the late blossoms don't happen often, but it's not unheard of. And this will not, they say, affect next spring's blossoming. And around
Seems like Christmas.
It doesn't,
We have something falling from the sky. It's not usually rain.
And you know what? We are not going to have a big probability right now of any snow this week, certainly. And even as we get toward Christmas, I don't know that it's looking so white. Well, good morning. It'll make for traveling much easier. Kind of off and on rain and drizzle, although approaching LaSalle right now. Some heavier pockets there, and couldn't even see a rumble of thunder or hear a rumble of thunder. Elgin right now, yes, some light rain that is falling there. You can see Manteno, Kankakee. That's where we are seeing some rain. Our high-resolution forecast model is showing that we will continue to have this rain throughout the morning commute. And as you can see, kind of off and on throughout much of the day today. So count on that rain being around. In our Monday mentions, here we go. Occasional rain and drizzle, could be a clap of thunder. Gusty winds throughout the day. And temperatures will fall, but they're still going to be mild. It's not like they're going to crash into the 30s. Now, our average high today is 35 degrees. At O'Hare, we have already hit 60. Look at our lows so far. Ooh, 59. Yeah, that number will change, but it's not even going to fall to the average high for the day. Right now at O'Hare, just cloudy skies, 59 degrees, and the wind is out of the south at about 14 miles per hour. 60 degrees right here in the Loop. It's 62 degrees now at Midway, 60 degrees right now in Marengo. And as you take a look at the temperatures through the afternoon today, well, we are still going to see very mild ones. As I mentioned, we'll notice them dropping off, but there you see 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we are still in the 50s around here. Here's a broader look at the satellite and radar picture. As you can see, we just have cloudy skies here in the city, but there is more rain that is lifting northward, and some of this is fairly heavy. We are still waiting for this low that is off to our south and west to kind of pull through here. And on the backside of all of this, look at the snow. We are not going to get in on that. Windy and mild here this afternoon. Still some rain around the area. Sunsets at 4:21. Looking at that 7-day, plenty of clouds tomorrow, highs in the 40s. We get numbers back in the 50s here on Wednesday, and then the colder air does return for the end of the week. Ross?
Looking at some situations off the expressways, like this structure fire on the south side on Perry Avenue, just south of 119th. Now, this is a 2.5-story structure fire. They've got 4 lines working currently on the fire. Firefighters have not been able to get in to make primary searches yet, but we're not hearing of any injuries or any problems. And we can take a look outside at the Kennedy Expressway.
You're watching Judy Sue, Terrell Brown, weather with meteorologist Tracy Butler, and Roz Barron's traffic.
Not excited when they're down.
The Republican candidates will stand on the debate stage for the 5th time tomorrow. Chris Christie is back on the main stage after being dropped to the undercard debate last time, while Donald Trump once again will be front and center, this time flanked by Ben Carson and Ted Cruz. Stephanie Ramos, ABC News, Washington. A patriotic tradition made possible with the help of 70,000 volunteers. Pretty picture they made for it. Okay, 4:47 right now. Let's check weather and traffic for you, Tracy.
Oh, and not a pretty picture on the radar this morning. It is rain. It's not frozen. A variety of precipitation raining in McHenry right now and in Cary. And there is more rain lifting northward. And this is going to continue to head toward the city through the morning. Right now in the city, we're getting a little bit of a lull. But in Marseilles, you're about ready to get in on some heavier rain. And here's that heavier band that's right there. So our temperatures this morning, oh so mild. Look at this, 56 degrees. degrees in Lake Geneva, 60 degrees in Aurora, 60 degrees in Joliet, and 61 degrees right now in Gary. Roz?
No incidents out there, even with that wet pavement. But we have been hearing about this rather large sinkhole that has a stretch of Belmont closed on the northwest side between Central and Menard. This is also affecting the number 77 CTA buses. They are rerouting around that, so be aware that that's going to happen.
Good morning. I'm Dionne Miller. After hooking 2 field goals wide left last week, Robbie Gould spent the week watching film, working on technical things. Sunday, he missed wide right. The Bears' very reliable kicker, again part of a disappointing loss at home, dropping the Bears to 5-8 for a second straight December, particularly 31-minute scoreless streak. Wow, impressive run for him for sure. Later on tonight, the Bulls back in action hosting the lowly Philadelphia 76ers. That's a look at sports. I'm Dionne Miller. Have a marvelous Monday.
Thank you, Dionne. It is 4:54 right now, just ahead an hour, 5 o'clock hour.
Now,
Good morning on this Monday. I'm Rob Elgis in for Terrell Brown.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us. I'm Judy Sue. Let's begin with your first alert weather update. Yes, it's enough. We're going to start with the big picture, and we're looking at good conditions, albeit wet roads on the expressways. No problems or crashes, incidents out there, but we have had a couple of fires. Now, this one on Perry Avenue, just south of 119th Street, is still active. We've got firefighters on the scene there. They've completed their primary and secondary searches. No reports of any injuries. And we've got a live crew out on the other fire, our breaking news, because a firefighter was injured. This is going to be on the south side on Baltimore, just south of 92nd Street. And if we can see the live picture, we do have emergency crews still on the scene. The fire struck. The fire is out. But at least we do have street blocks in that area. Now, as far as public transportation goes. Thank you, Roz. And now to this morning's breaking news of firefighters in the hospital after falling through the roof of a burning building.
Yeah, the firefighters in the hospital right now. Diane?
Because of something that happened during that fire, firefighters tell us that a mayday call went over their scanners as they were fighting this fire. One firefighter fell through the floor and actually was injured. They were able to locate that firefighter, brought that firefighter to Oaklawn, to a private hospital in Oaklawn. Thankfully, the firefighter was rushed to that firefighter. We were hoping for some sort of an update from the Chicago Fire Department later on this morning. Reporting live in Oaklawn, Diane, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Okay, Diane, thank you. And a major scare this weekend on the Dan Ryan Expressway, leaving one person seriously hurt and 2 cars destroyed by fire.
18.
And new this morning, a Northside man is charged with